Hey, Skip.
Hi, Eric.
So where are we going? What are we doing?
Well, we're going over to Colonel Ernst Borden's house and farm, Whimsy Hall on Arnie's Mount, Springfield Township. We're going to pick up some ironstone, limestone that he's donated from a stone wall. So we'll use them to support the rails for our fence at Ironworks Hill in Mount Holly at the St. Andrew Cemetery on Pine Street.
Alaka and you just like the 37.
This is Adam Zielinski, who is a good friend of ours, and we've worked with him through the American Battlefield Trust, and he is up in the New Jersey area, and part of some of the local groups up there that are doing some fantastic work to tell these stories, to preserve the sites, to memorialize the sites. So it's great to have you on here, Adam. So why don't we go ahead and get started and introduce yourself. Tell us kind of who you are and what you have been working on, and we can get into some of the history of December 1776.
All right. Thanks, Mark, for the lovely introduction there. I am a historian. I'm currently the Revolutionary War Fellow with the American Battlefield Trust, and I am one of many who are currently writing curriculum, K through 12 curriculum, and also assisting in just the broader expansion of the trust, dive into the educational component. Most people probably know them as primarily saving battlefields, and that is still their main mission, but they've, in the last few years, taken on shifting a little bit towards education, and that's the part of the trust that I work with, and it's been a lot of fun, a lot of great people, and everybody's just learning more and running with it. So that's a great environment to be a part of. I've the last 8 years I have found myself continually involved in the American Revolution. It was something I kind of got started in my undergrad, and the more I read about it, the more I realized it was very misunderstood, and it was undertaught, in my opinion. And I, being fortunate enough to be a lifelong resident of New Jersey, I became more and more aware of our history tied to that time period. And my hometown of Mount Holly, which we're going to talk about this evening, has some very unique history that ties directly to the Battle of Trenton. And you would call it the success of not only that campaign, but potentially the entire war for independence.
Hi, I'm Eric Orange with the Rev War Alliance, and we're really excited today. We're going to get started on our monument site. So yesterday we had about 90 rails delivered. So in a couple of minutes we're going to get started here, and hopefully in a few hours we'll have a nice snake rail fence started for our monument site.
And what ensues is a running battle through High Street, which is downtown Mount Holly. And This is how, if you are familiar with Ironworks Hill Day, which is a reenactment the town has every year, for a long time they actually did reenact this part of the battle where you had soldiers running, chasing each other right down, downtown Mount Holly. And this is where that part of the story comes from, because we know for a fact that that's what happened. Basically, the 42nd Highlanders chased chased the 16-year-old militia Americans through town, and all the way back to the Ironworks Hill, again on the south side of the Rancocas Creek. So the Americans, they take the entrenchments that they had dug on the 21st. Meanwhile, the Hessians position their artillery on the mount, also on a small bluff to the east of downtown Mount Holly, and they just pound Ironworks Hill for the rest of the evening. There's no resistance by mid-evening, overnight. But Americans hadn't retreated from the initial run through town. They were gone. They left to Morristown. So the Hessians at this point have Mount Holly. It's completely theirs. Ewald has his garrison, if you will.
Great. I think this is if you want to go ahead and talk a little bit about what you guys are doing to commemorate the site today. So yeah, what's there today? And what are you guys doing to enhance that?
So this is a drawing I did back in April. The group I'm with is the Rev War Alliance of Burlington County, and we're just a bunch of local historians. We're not as I tell people, we're not politically affiliated. We're literally just a bunch of historians, and we're just focused on interpretation and doing history and doing the education side of things. So we did a GoFundMe campaign back in June, and we raised some money. Those affiliated with your viewing audience and members who donated, thank you so much. That was tremendous. We are much obliged and grateful. We haven't forgotten about you. Don't worry. We are just working out final details with the cemetery.
So we are back out here at St. Andrew's Cemetery, Ironworks Hill, to work a little bit this morning on our monument. And I'm meeting Skip Dunker out here this morning. When we got done yesterday, you could see that we kind of didn't finish our entrance here. We weren't exactly sure what we were going to do with the end posts. We thought about maybe just having the rails lay down in the center of the site, but we decided there just wasn't enough room. So what we're going to do is take these end rails, and we're going to cut them and put in posts, and when we get done here we should have a nice clean entrance. And the blue flags here kind of mark the entranceway that'll eventually lead to the monument and the interpretive signs. So we'll see if we can get something done here this morning. Alright, so we're back, and mission accomplished. We got the end posts in, the rails on both sides. Looks like we have our entrance pretty well squared up. So the next task will be to dig out this center area, get some gravel laid down and tamped down, and then we'll be waiting on our interpretive signs. Hey, I'm Eric Orange with the Rev War Alliance, and we're back here at Ironworks Hill on a chilly November morning. And today we decided to rent a machine to help us with the heavy lifting. We're gouging out a place inside the monument site where we're going to have our entrance and our interpretive signs. And once we get that dug out, we'll start laying down gravel. So hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have something that looks like something. So we also went out and got landscaping fabric to keep the weeds down. So we think we pretty much have it leveled out decent enough. And we got some landscaping fabric down. And now we're going to start putting in some of the gravel. So that pretty much does it for phase 1 here at Ironworks Hill for our monument site. And on behalf of the Reservoir Alliance of Burlington County, we'd like to thank everyone who donated their money and their time to make this project possible. And we look forward to seeing everyone on December 11th at 11 a.m. to kick off Ironworks Hill Day, when we'll dedicate the site.